The reason why you may feel stagnant or stuck right now, or sort of like you're in your comfort zone, you're just going through the motions, time is flying by, day after day, your life seems the same. The reason why is probably because you are sort of caught in autopilot mode. In autopilot mode, it's just this functioning of your mind. It's sort of this programmed way of thinking that has you view yourself, your life, the world around you, the opportunities in front of you, your past and your future the same. That's basically what autopilot mode is. What happens is we go through life, we gain all of these experiences, we do all of these things, we start to see reality how we perceive it. We have all of this information and it basically builds this programmed way of thinking that most people are just constantly functioning in. And when people find themselves in their comfort zone, when they find themselves just going through the motions, nothing's really changing in their life, they've got this sort of mood and this personality about them, their behaviors stay the same. The reason why that's happening is because of this autopilot mode. So let's talk about, first of all, what the autopilot mode is, and then let's talk about the two levels to being able to sort of deactivate it, right? So that you can, instead of just going through the motions and like time flying by and basically just feeling stagnant and stuck, right? Instead of that, you can feel alive. You can be in the moment. You can actually be experiencing life how you want to experience it. You can realize when you're out of autopilot mode that your opportunities are truly endless. You can realize that your potential is so astronomical. So the question is, how do we get there? Again, it's two levels. We've got to dig to the second level to be able to truly get ourselves out of autopilot mode and to be able to, within any present moment, live life how we want to live it and truly be alive. So the first level to getting out of autopilot mode is something that a lot of people do possess, right? But it makes their ability to get out of autopilot mode very situational, meaning they have to do something in order to get out of autopilot mode. Right? So autopilot mode is just this way of thinking. You wake up, you just continually think about yourself and your life in a certain way. When they can get out of autopilot mode, it's because they're doing something. So what is this activity, right? It's good to have these things, but we've got to understand what lies beneath it to truly harness this power that you have right now. The first step, the first level here is, for instance, for some people, it's skydiving. For some people, it's cooking or painting or knitting or gardening or walking in nature or going for a run, right? There are some things that people do that get them out of their head. It brings them into the moment and it has them interacting usually within their immediate surroundings on something. They're processing things. They are working on things. They are creating progress and they have some sort of end goal in mind. This is level one. So for instance, with cooking, right? They have this desired dish that they are passionate about creating because they want to feed it to their loved ones and to themselves. They want to enjoy this. So they have this end goal in mind of what this dish is going to be, and they are within the moment, out of autopilot mode. They are going to the grocery store and they're consciously picking the ingredients that they need for this meal. And then they're coming home. They're consciously cutting the peppers and stirring whatever, right? They're doing this entire activity within the moment, interacting with their surroundings when they're cooking, and they are creating some sort of progress towards an end goal. They are bringing something into fruition. And this is this beautiful aspect of being human that you have. It's that you have this potential to create. But when you find yourself in autopilot mode, that potential, it's sort of, unless it's something that you've done consistently over and over and over, it means that you can basically just be stuck thinking, feeling, behaving, and creating the same results over and over, day after day, right? So level one of getting out of autopilot mode is having that activity that sort of snaps you out of it. Level two, what this is really about is you understanding what is that activity really bringing into your life? What is it bringing to the table? What is it about that activity that makes you feel alive, that allows time to slow down, that gets you out of your head, and that has you actually enjoying your life, right? let's understand that, what is your life made up of, right? Well, most people, they'll say, well, I've got this past, right? And you have this certain image of your past, this perception of it. And you say, well, I have this future, right? And my entire life consists of this past meeting this future. But where do they meet? They meet in this present moment as you are watching this and hearing my words. This is your actual life. Therefore, this is the only time when you can truly feel alive. This is the only time when you can get out of autopilot mode. This is the only time that you can move throughout your life differently. Past and future, I get it. That's your entire lifespan. Always meet right here, okay? Your past was a present moment at one point. Your future is going to be a present moment at one point, right? It all comes down to what's happening here. Understanding this is the first step to getting out of autopilot mode. One thing that I find that it trips people up is that they're doing something now in order to make something else happen in the future, right? Most people will try to be more present by doing something now so that hopefully in the future they can become present. That doesn't really work because you are never in your future. The only time that you can ever bring this aliveness into your life is right now. So what we must be able to do is we must understand that the first step to getting out of autopilot mode is to become 100% aware that you are in it. Because most people, if you are stagnant, you're feeling stuck, you're living within your comfort zone, everything's remaining the same in your life, you've sort of got this personality about you that just doesn't change day after day, and like everything's just basically the same. It's because of the mode you are running on. And in order for you to understand this, we're going to picture this as a window that you are looking out of, right? You fall asleep, you wake up, and immediately you start thinking about things. These thoughts are what you are seeing on the other side of the window. So you're seeing your past. You're seeing something that recently happened, whether it was good or bad. You're seeing your future, something good that can happen, something bad that could happen, right? You're seeing this perception of yourself. That is you looking through this window of reality and seeing what's on the other side. And being stuck in autopilot mode is your brain, your mind running this program, thinking these thoughts, you're feeling these emotions, and you're looking out of that window and crystal clear, you're seeing everything that's on the other side of it. The first step to being able to change what you are seeing within that window, or to basically just look at an entirely different window, meaning you're thinking about yourself and your life differently, you're feeling differently, you're behaving differently, that would be looking out of an entirely different window. The first step to being able to do that is for you to be able to witness the window itself. Realize that this perception that you have is completely malleable. Realize that within the present moment, you can see this window for what it is. You can see how you perceive yourself, and that doesn't actually need to be you. You can see your future and the opportunities that may or may not be there, right? That is this perception that is arising within consciousness. It's you looking out of this window, and it's just you seeing what's on the other side of it. What I want to help you realize is that if you're looking at a regular window, let's say you're at your house, you're looking through a window, you're seeing what's on the other side. Again, most people are just living that way. They're looking through that one window. I want you to become aware of the fact that you can see the window itself. I get it. You're looking out of a window. It's transparent. You can see all of these things on the other side, but you can actually shift your focus. You can bring it towards you, and you can see the window itself. You can see the watermarks on it. You can see scratches on it. You can see the reflections that are on it. But for all the time that you're looking out of the window, it seems like it's not even there. Again, the first step to getting out of autopilot mode is to realize that the window is there and that your entire perception of yourself and your life and your reality, that is just you looking out of the window, seeing what's on the other side and accepting it for exactly what it is, right? I'm not asking you to just make things up, but I am saying that who you think you are, it's just who you think you are. It's not who you actually are. Like the potential that you think you have, it's just how you think about your potential. The key word here is the way that you think about it. And this thinking is what's creating what's on the other side of the window. So when we can be aware of the window itself, meaning we can be aware of the thinking itself, that is when autopilot mode no longer has that direct control over us. We're no longer just identified with every thought that we think. We don't just automatically treat it as reality. So when that risk that we need to take comes up, that action that we need to take, it comes up and we can do it, we can realize that all of the thoughts that we have about that thing, about it not working out, about the risk involved, about anything that could happen that would normally hold you back from actually participating in it and moving your life forward, we can see it for what it is. It is just you thinking within the present moment. You have this potential about yourself and within your life that is beyond anything that you could ever imagine right now. And the only reason why it would ever feel like it shrank and like you just can't amount to anything or you can't change or whatever it may be, the only reason why is because you are viewing your life through this window. You're not even aware that you're doing it. You're not even seeing the window itself and the fact that you can shift your focus to another window. So level 2 here, right? Level 1 is this activity that sort of snaps you out of autopilot mode. It brings you into the moment. Level 2 is realizing that whenever that's occurring, it is occurring now. And right now, as you finish up this video, you have the opportunity to be aware of autopilot mode itself. You have the opportunity to be able to move forward in your life in a different way, no matter how you are thinking and feeling and perceiving about yourself and your life. You have that. Understand that when you start to venture off of autopilot mode, it's going to feel uncomfortable. That is exactly what we want. Understand that this comfort zone that autopilot mode keeps you in, it's the reason why you're still watching this video. You don't want to be in it. It doesn't feel good. You were meant to create. You were meant to pursue. You were meant to have a vision of something that you can create and to actually bring it about into fruition, right? This goes right back to the level 1 of people having this idea for a meal that they want to cook, or a painting that they want to paint, or a garden that they want to have flourish. You can have this end goal for yourself in your mind, no matter how small it is. Right now, you can start incredibly small, whether it's losing weight or just eating a little bit better or drinking more water or being more active or treating people better, right? You just find one thing that you can do that you haven't been doing because you've been sort of in autopilot mode and it has been causing you to just automatically avoid doing it. Well, instead, we can get out of that mode. You can, within this moment, as this video draws to an end, be aware of what is occurring within your present moment. Be aware of the thoughts, be aware of the feelings, and be aware of the fact that your physical body is, in one way or another, it's detached from the way that you are thinking and feeling and perceiving, right? I understand when you're in autopilot mode, you just think and feel and you just automatically react. I want you to understand that within this present moment, you have the opportunity to act how you please. You have the opportunity to guide yourself and guide your life however you desire. And instead of just having those sort of automatic negative reactions, that uncomfortable reaction that comes about by you doing something completely new, I want you to be aware of that for what it is. It is just you seeing through that same window. You're not seeing the window itself, and that's what you need to do. You need to realize that your thoughts and the way that you're feeling, it's not actually holding you back. You can consciously, within the moment, move your hands, move your feet, move your lips and you can talk how you want, right? You can be very deliberate with your life. And that is what is going to get you out of autopilot mode. That is what's going to actually allow you to feel alive. And that is what is going to allow you to live your best life. And you deserve that. Enjoy and proceed in the way that you desire. See you in the next video. Bye.